Although things were already looking a little grim for Isaac's love life earlier in Ghost Season 4, Episode 16 proved that he could not have been more wrong about his future back in Season 3's finale. The ghosts of CBS's ghosts all have unfinished business on Earth. This is why, according to the premise of the sitcom, they have not yet been sucked off into the afterlife. Once the ghosts work through their issues, they finally move on to heaven or hell, depending on their actions. However, it is fair to say that some ghosts have more work left to do than others. Ghost Season 4's favorite character Pete is so agreeable and such a superb friend that it is hard to see what work the character has left to do before he can move on to the afterlife. In contrast, it is hard to see my least favorite Ghost Season 4 character Carol passing on any time soon considering how self-centered her behavior remains. Similarly, Isaac might be hilarious, but the picture of selflessness he is not. Ghost Season 4, Episode 16 deals Isaac with a new heartbreak. Chris the stripper's ghost wasn't interested in Isaac. Isaac left his love interest Nigel at the altar in the Ghost Season 3 finale when a stripper with an interest in dinosaurs and Pete's new long-distance girlfriend convinced him that he might be missing out on a soulmate by settling down with Nigel. Nigel was understandably crestfallen, but Isaac tried to make amends early in Season 4 and the pair became friends after a brief frosty period. However, Ghost Season 4's new spirit Chris truly challenged both this friendship and Isaac's belief in his future when the same dinosaur-obsessed stripper died at the Woodstone Mansion. Chris technically died in the closing scene of Season 4, Episode 15, The Bachelorette Party. However, his main role was in Episode 16, St. Hetty's Day. As Hetty came to terms with the realization that she could now be seen by living people and communicate with them on St. Patrick's Day, Isaac attempted to woo the recently deceased Chris. His cringe-inducing attempts to play it cool failed, as did his dramatic declaration that the pair were destined to be soulmates, but Nigel hit it off with the affable stripper, much to Isaac's chagrin. Chris not only didn't end up with Isaac but did share a short romantic liaison with Nigel. This proved just how wrong Isaac was when he said that he wanted to leave Nigel because Chris had made him certain he had another, more fitting soulmate out there somewhere. To make matters worse, Pete's abandoned love interest had already made Nigel and Isaac split sadder. Pete discovered his idealized off-screen girlfriend was a murderer during her life and hasn't mentioned her since, meaning all of Isaac's evidence for breaking up with Nigel was erroneous. Going through hardships has made Isaac a better character. Season 4 Episode 16 proved Isaac has grown since the breakup. Fortunately, Isaac's breakup was still the right choice at the end of the day. While Sass's sad Ghost Season 4 story proves that the Revolutionary War veteran's love life could be worse, Isaac was way too immature to get married in Season 3. Isaac's hardships have humbled him and made him a kinder, better character since his breakup with Nigel, even if he was wrong about Chris and him being soulmates. It was tough to watch Isaac try and fail to impress Chris, but it was sweet to see him save Nigel's feelings later on. Near the end of St. Hetty's Day, Chris informed Isaac that he could fly wherever he wanted and wouldn't be staying on the grounds of the Woodstone Mansion for much longer as a result. He casually blew off his plans to spend the day with Nigel without telling him, and Isaac protected his former love interest's feelings by claiming Chris passed on to the afterlife, presumably because of his romance with Nigel. While Alexander Hamilton's Ghost Season 4 role proved Isaac was diabolically petty during his life, this incident showed just how much he has grown and matured since Season 3. Isaac going through heartbreak can make his eventual love life pay off better. It is too late for Isaac and Nigel to get back together in Ghost Season 4. Isaac tells Nigel white lie in Ghost Season 4 Episode 16. It is now too late for Nigel and Isaac to get back together, as both characters have grown and changed since their breakup. That said, this is not a bad thing. A straightforward reunion would undo Isaac's character development and maturity, whereas a new love interest could allow Isaac to embrace this new, more patient, less self-absorbed version of himself. While Ghost Season 4's Trevor story proves the sitcom is still at risk of wasting some of its supporting spirits, Isaac's character growth has been substantial enough to merit a new love interest. That said, the ending of St. Hetty's Day still left him in a profoundly sad place. It was truly tragic to realize that the two pieces of proof that Isaac used to justify his breakup with Nigel were thoroughly debunked in Ghost Season 4, Episode 16.